Welcome back to 234 En La Casa. Today we're going to be making cavatini. This is an Italian dish. It's going to be pasta and a protein. So we're going to be using ground sirloin brisket. You want to make sure that you have some red cooking wine. This is optional, you don't have to use it, but it really does enhance the taste of the cavatini. You can use any pasta that you would like. A lot of people will use a mix of pastas. They'll use any kind of pasta that they have in their pantry. That's the beautiful thing about this particular recipe with the cavatini. Everything that you probably already have at home, no need to go out to the store and get anything. You're gonna start off with one medium diced onion. And if you have olive oil that you'd like to use to kind of saute your onion, that's fine. We're gonna start with our sauce first. We're gonna dice some mushrooms up. Mine were reduced price. I just grabbed some. You're just gonna need about half a cup of these. You can leave them whole if you would like to. I mean, in halves, sliced like that if you would like to, but I'm gonna dice mine. To the onion, we're gonna add about a tablespoon of butter. You can add olive oil instead of butter to saute your onion in. And we're gonna go ahead and add our half cup of diced mushrooms. We're gonna add about a pinch of kosher salt. And then we're just gonna combine this together. We're gonna allow that butter to melt on down. We're gonna add about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of oregano leaves. And we're gonna add some ground black pepper. You're gonna add that to taste. And I'm gonna add some additional salt. This is gonna be pink Himalayan sea salt. And that's also to taste. And we're gonna allow this to just kind of simmer here for about 2 minutes. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and add some tomato sauce. And this is gonna be 15 ounce can of tomato sauce. I'm gonna add one of these and probably half of another. And then I'm also gonna put some water in this one and add to the sauce as well. So I've added some water to this can. I normally do that just to get all the tomato sauce off the sides of the can and at the bottom. Just to make sure I'm using up all the sauce. It's just something I was taught, kind of habit. Okay, so we're gonna mix this together. And now we're gonna add a tablespoon or two of sugar. And we're gonna add half a cup of red cooking wine. I'm gonna place a bay leaf in my sauce and we're gonna allow this to simmer. Covered for about an hour, and this will give us time to go ahead and cook our protein. We're gonna add our protein to our sauce at about the 40-minute mark of our sauce simmering. I don't want my ground beef or my protein to get real grainy, mealy, and overcooked, so I'm gonna add mine about 20 minutes before the sauce is supposed to be ready. All right, so we're gonna start off with 1 1/3 pound. I'm gonna be using chuck and brisket. And I'm gonna use some Badia complete seasoning for the brisket and ground beef. And I'm just doing it to taste. And then I'm gonna add some ground black pepper to it as well. And some pink Himalayan sea salt. I'm gonna keep the seasoning similar to what the sauce already has. So then we're just gonna brown our protein. The sauce is gonna simmer for an hour. So we'll add our protein to the sauce at about the 40-minute mark. When your protein is done, if you have any excess fat renderings, make sure to drain that off, and then we'll just set the protein to the side until that 40-minute mark. And we're also gonna add some granulated garlic to our protein. You're just gonna add enough of that just to taste. Okay, so we're at the 30-minute mark. I'm gonna go ahead and add the protein to the sauce. I decided I wanted to just go ahead and get this added a little bit earlier than 40 minutes. Okay, so we're just gonna mix this in, and I'm gonna lift my bay leaf and get it back to the top here, just so it's easy to fish out, but I like for it to be on top. Okay, and then we're gonna place the lid back on here and then continue simmering our sauce for the last 30 minutes. Right, y'all, so we've got about 15 minutes left until the sauce is gonna be ready. So this is a perfect opportunity to go ahead and get your cheese shredded and also boil your pasta. I'm gonna be boiling my pasta in the same dish that I'm gonna be placing in the oven to bake the cavatini. We've got about 15 minutes left. So give you the opportunity to go ahead and start your pasta, get that going so that it's done once the sauce is ready. And then also go ahead and shred your mozzarella cheese. You're gonna need about a cup or so of mozzarella cheese. I'll probably use more because my kids love cheese. So it's just a cup or so or more, whatever your druthers is, okay? Okay, the pasta's done. I've drained it off. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to it, and I'm gonna add some butter to it. I'm gonna add some garlic, granulated garlic to the pasta. And we're gonna mix that in just to give some flavor to this pasta. You can add as much garlic or as little as you like. I'm gonna add some parsley and some of this grated Parmesan cheese. And if you want to use freshly grated, you can. I prefer to use this when I'm making my pasta. Just to coat my pasta in it. I prefer that grated kind of cheese just to coat pasta with. It just turns out better to me that way. I'm gonna add a little bit more Parmesan. And just a little bit more parsley. And now we're getting ready to add our sauce. We're gonna make sure your pasta is as even as as even as you can get it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And this is what the sauce looks like. It looks really good and it smells really good too. And if you want to add a little bit more red wine to this, you can. It'll cook off some during the cooking process. I'm going to taste mine to see if I want to add any more. I'm going to add about a tablespoon more. Just to give a little hint of it. You can still taste it. I'm just going to give an extra little hint of it. It's just not heavy, that's all. So we're going to go ahead and get this added. Then on top of this, we're gonna go ahead and add our mozzarella cheese. All right, and so then now we're gonna place this in our oven at 350 degrees. You're just gonna leave it in there long enough for your cheese to melt. So just check it. I check it like every 5 to 7 minutes just to make sure that it's not getting, that the cheese is not getting overcooked. All right, y'all, so it is out of the oven. I'm gonna let this rest for just a second. I'm gonna put some of this Parmesan cheese on here, on top. And so there we are. I'm gonna serve up a bowl and I'll taste it with you on camera. All right, guys, so this is done, okay? I'm gonna taste it with you guys. This is so good. I could see where somebody may want to add some more salt to it. This is excellent. Get you a salad to go with it, some garlic bread, or just, some French bread with some butter on it, or just by itself. This is excellent. It is so good. So I invite you to make this for your family, for yourself. For your friends, okay? It's really, really good, y'all. All right, I'll see y'all next time here at 234 En La Casa, and sending lots of love to you guys, lots of blessings, lots of abundance. Y'all be sweet, be safe, be happy, okay? All right.